According to what people say, love is blind. Can somebody help me see in between the lines?
Can we at least agree I'm yours and you're mine?
We just need to be willing to fight for our love.
I don't wanna fight no more. I just wanna love you back.
And I want you here, so I'm gonna fight for our love. I'm gonna fight for love.
You and me,
You and me,
you and me.
you and me, yeah. I travel down this road of love and war, of love and war, of love and war, of love and war.
Welcome to Love and War Talk, y'all, right here with your girl, Ebony-Mozay.
And your girl dalyce.
And it's your boy, Mista-E.
Oh, okay, that
Yeah,
volume
where
came
you
in hella
at,
loud.
Mr.
I
E.
felt like I
Diddy?
got electrocuted.
Where you at, Mr. E. Diddy, Mr. E. Dizzle?
How you doing, Mr. E? On your Sunday afternoon over
Man,
there
I'm
doing
cool.
family Sunday dinner and stuff?
Looking crazy. Now they actually
no.
gone.
You cutting off. Now, what happened?
What happened
to
was-
your? Where happened to
Ricochet,
your
you
Wi-Fi?
better go over there to Mr. E's house and connect his Wi-Fi. What up, boo?
Our brother Boo Tracy's in the building.
I always do that.
PJ Rico, aka Ricochet.
Ricochet?
Yeah, all of our people on tonight. Welcome to the Love and War Show.
Yes.
We got a hot topic for you tonight. Mr. E hit us with this one. And we got some other great topics. And this kind of, we've been getting some emails about this too. Can friends have sex and still be friends? That's the topic for today. Mr. E, can you just jump this off and tell us why this is such a hot topic you think we need to talk about on the show?
What up, Tum Tum? Go ahead, Mr. E.
Tumzilla.
Mr. E, what is up with your Wi-Fi?
Miss
Is
E.
it, y'all tell us right now, everybody that's tuning in, is it Mr. E that's in slow motion or is it us?
Maybe it's Instagram.
Maybe it's Instagram. Well, you're going to blame it on Instagram. Now, that's Mr. E shit.
Miss E.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can
We
hear
can
you
hear
now.
you now, and you moving.
I'm not moving.
Stay
No,
still.
I'm saying it because it was like frozen. You was frozen,
Oh,
bro.
okay. Okay.
Frozen.
Okay.
Okay, come on. So
Okay.
can friends have sex and still be friends? That's what we talking about on the Love and War Show today. And why is that topic so important to you, Mr. E? Come on now.
Well, I think that especially us boy men, like males and men, we try to. I think we try to cross the line sometimes, especially if you have a female confidant or a friend that's attractive. Sometimes we tend to be curious about that person, and sometimes you want to know what it's like, but you don't want to. At that same token, you don't want to
Cross the lines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I don't think you can cross the line, and the fellas gonna get mad at me about it, because most of the time it be us that be wanting to cross the line. But I don't think that you can be lovers and friends. I think
I had hella guys in my comments. A lot of, if you was in there earlier, a lot of guys in there, everybody, yep, they can do that, But when you look at it, most of the time, it's a lot of people, when you do end up crossing that line, you either lose that friend or somebody, one or the other is going to develop relationships or something's just going to go left. Feelings. So
Yeah.
I think if you do cross lines, I guess you just have to, I just have boundaries, you know what I mean? And there's ways to go about it. You know what I mean? That way you don't lead people on being too intimate, doing intimate things, being too romantic. Like if you're going to be the homie lover friend or whatever, take that love out of there. You know what I mean? You can't do all the
take
extra.
the friend out.
Take
the friend out.
No, you keep the friend, but take that lover, because I think when you start involving passion and kissing and doing stuff, romantic things, that's what turns it more into like a situationship. a relationship. You almost in a relationship now. Y'all doing what couples do. You know what I mean? Versus just doing booty call shit and calling me after 12 o'clock or just coming over, banging, no kissing, no passion, pull my hair, smack shine me and leave. You know what I mean? Don't stay tonight. Don't leave no shoes over there, no toothbrush, you know, things like that causes the friends to kind of turn into more than that friend shit, you know?
See, and I'm more like, do you want to cross the line? You know, when you jump into relationships like something like that, you have to really, really actually know, and like you said, set boundaries. We got to know, hey, yeah, our friendship is first. We might end up being intimate and get involved and do this, but we can't get no feelings involved. Because see, once the feelings get involved, that's when the problems come.
That's so true. That's
well, you know what? In my opinion, I feel like you don't have any control over your feelings as much as you have control over the position you put yourself in. And so, like Ebony was saying, like, let's not put ourselves in a position where we could fall in love or we could fall for each other. And then here's another thing. You got to recognize if you're vulnerable. If you're vulnerable and you know that you're lonely, you're more likely to fall for the opposite sex, even if y'all supposed to be friends.
You know, it's even worse, though, when that friend is off limits. Say that friend is
might have somebody.
You were talking about, what's the show? Insecure we watch, and Molly's dating a dude that's married, and they got an open relationship, which we're going to talk about next week on the show, by the way.
Yeah.
But basically, now she's starting to feel like, okay, what am I doing? You know, it was fun when it all started, but now he's staying the night. We doing more intimate stuff, but this guy is not mine, so I really can't even make him mine. So I didn't cross the friendship line with a guy that I'm falling for, and now I can't even, you know, it can't go further. So that's kind of where it also, you know, where you lose friends. It gets complicated.
It can get complicated
if they're involved or
situationship.
Or, like I was saying, if the sex is bad. Ooh. You know, I done had a couple situations where we ain't friends no more. I done got blocked, unblocked, unfollowed and everything. Y'all know these people.
Man. All right, so let's read some comments because this is not just our show, it's the people's show, okay? Born Stars, our girl Tracy said, hey, y'all, this is a good topic. And then she also said, you can't control that.
You can't control
your feelings. And our boy, PJ Rico, he said, you have to be careful because sometimes when the sex is good, some people will just volunteer themselves.
Like I said, they just start doing relationship stuff. You got to be careful. And you know what? Later, I think I got some signs and stuff like that. You got to be careful for it, you know, so you don't get caught into a relationship when you was just trying to do the whole friends with benefits or the no strings attached things. And those are two different titles if people are not aware. No strings attached, friends with benefits.
And then our girl, I am_Japan_. What'd she say?
Women get emotional after you show right, especially if it's good. Then you laying in the bed afterwards like, damn.
You know what? I'm not trying to.
Have we crossed this line or what?
That's exactly what Mista-E want to hear. I ain't trying to even talk about women and their emotions now.
You're right.
That's all you gonna say. Mista-E, do you agree with that? Women get emotional after sex.
Well, first and foremost, you can say what you want. It is what it is. Women get more emotional. That don't mean that men don't get emotional. That just means that's more us. You know, that's a song that I'm gonna sing until forever. You know, but at the end of the day, that's not a bad thing because the emotions of women is what gives them the intuition, what gives them the ability to nurture and all that. But some men get emotional too, and I'm not gonna forget to say that. Like some of these men get emotional too. But I just think that in a situation where we're friends, I think a woman is more likely to get emotional.
Okay.
At that point, she's trying to fill a void.
See,
you know, men, we don't use sex to fill a void. Not really.
And I just want to say, I'm just gonna call him the mailman. Let's just talk about the mailman.
We all know who he is. Go ahead.
Shout out to the mailman.
Oh, Lord.
But basically, you know,
that mail.
The whole time I kept trying to say, we're just friends. But he kept like searching through my phone. He kept like wanting to buy me things and take the relationship further and further. And I kept having to like, look, I love you, but I love you like
She
a
should
friend.
have never said love.
But no, I do. Sometimes you can love people.
Never use that word. Boy.
But you can love people as a friend without being like emotionally
I
wanting
care
to be.
for you is what
I
she
mean,
said.
I can love a friend, but he just could never accept that. Like he always in his mind, I would say, "What's up, Lady C? Man, Lady C up in the building." You know, basically, I kept telling him, "Yo, we just friends," you know. But if we friends, why you checking my phone? Why you? He would do things to
My
just.
cousin Junior in there. What up, Junior?
Yeah, man, they out here today, and we appreciate everybody for tuning in Sunday nights to Love and War Talk right here, Love and War Podcast, the Love and War Radio Show.
For sure.
But yeah, that was a situation. Why do you think, Mr. E? Because I could never understand. I used to think, oh my God, I hope one day he don't go postal and kill me.
I thought he was because he would go to her friends and stuff like, you know, how can I make your sister love me? And you know, we would all tell him that she's just not looking for anything
She's
serious
just
right
not
now.
that into
She's
you,
not
bro.
that into you. We would be so as honest as we could possibly be, but he would.
And I was honest with him. It wasn't like, you know, I was making him think one day we could get married or one day we'd be in a relationship. So I don't think that could work. Because it didn't work for me, and it caused like a stalker situation, in my opinion. He could never accept that I never wanted more with him than just a friendship. Like I put him in the friend box now because at the time I was on the radio, you know, and I needed somebody low key. You know what I mean? I didn't need nobody out there knowing all my business. But he sat up one day and met with Mel to Mac at a barbershop and told Mel to Mac that he was my man. I was. Mel to Mac.
Damn.
Mel to Mac came back.
Damn.
Oh,
Now,
no, you
Damn.
didn't tell me that.
Girl, but
Hey.
Oh,
Mel to Mac came back to the radio station like, I met your boyfriend, and I'm like, who you talking about? Willis? So
That's
anyway,
hella
yeah,
funny.
Mr. E, because you always talk about women being emotions, and I done seen some real emotional ass men. Can you tell me why that just didn't
And
work?
Tracy just said that too. It's some real emotional men out there.
Well,
Don't let
I'm
it fool
gonna
you.
tell you, don't get it twisted for 1 second. There's some men that be emotional too. I'm just saying that's a woman thing. You know what I'm saying? But it be some men that be in their feelings too. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question. You know, well, let's go on and get to the real. Let me take a sip.
What you sipping
We
on?
got Mr. E drinking.
Let's
on
get to the
Sundays
real.
too now. What?
Because I
Let's-
got the
let's
watermelon
get to the
lemon
real.
sequence vodka, watermelon, and the lemon.
I wanted to read some of these
Go on,
comments
take you-
too. Go ahead.
Okay.
While y'all
Don't take
taking
your shot,
sips.
'cause you're gonna need it for this.
Go ahead.
Oh Lord.
So is it a chance that you probably used him and it wasn't about a friendship, it was about you? Now hold on.
I was about to say.
Because I'm finna break it down, and the reason why I say that is because it's convenient to say, well, I just want him as my friend because I'm on the radio right now. I really don't have time for a relationship. I want somebody low key. He's a perfect situation for what I need.
A trick? No.
I'm gonna say that again.
I
Hold
wasn't
on.
looking for no trick.
No, that's what
No, I didn't.
No.
No, y'all don't understand what I'm saying.
Okay, go
what
ahead.
I'm saying is, you can use somebody, and it's not about money. It's about materialistic things. Sometimes you can use somebody emotionally. You see what I'm saying? And if they are a perfect picture of what you need for that time being, and you got your own agenda, and your agenda is different from their agenda, then that could have possibly
It was a problem.
Right.
It was a problem. And you know what? But I kept trying to set the boundaries. And he rolled
Okay,
over
let me
the
stop
boundaries.
you.
It was like,
Let me stop you.
but no, just let me say this. I would say that,
Okay.
and I really saw it go one ear out the other. I would say we're not going to be together. Like, this is not a relationship. But you know, if he still wanted to take me out of town and we go places and he wanted to take me out to dinner, I mean, how am I using him if he invited me to do these things? And
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you
She
why.
should have shut it down then,
Mr.
huh?
E, come on,
I'm gonna
man.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. There you go. She just said it because you should have shut it down the moment you figured out
When you're not
that
interested,
he wanted something more,
no
that
calls,
he wanted something
no
more than what you
messages.
want, then you couldn't. Then
I
you
did
can't
try.
deny that he
I
want-
did try.
He eventually
Over
went away,
and
though.
over and
He
over
eventually
Right.
went
But-
away. 8 years later, he eventually went.
After I got married, he finally went away. He finally went away and got his wings and flew on because he realized that I wasn't going. Obviously, if it was that quick for me to marry somebody I just met and you've been hanging around 5-6 years and I ain't married you, ladies, you need to take that advice too.
Ninja. You right.
Yeah. Well, let me see, PJ Rico. I ain't gonna make this show all about me. BJ Rico said, yeah, sometimes people hear what they want to hear. Straight up, bro. I used to hear that dude. I would tell him what I want to hear. And then the next thing out of his mouth would be like, so y'all, you want to get a place together? You know what I'm saying? He said their feelings are involved, both women and
My thing is,
men.
where I've had bad situations, like I said, is when it's not good. There's plenty of times when the sex be good and the friendship continues, and maybe that person finds somebody else and start dating somebody else, and you do too, and you guys just fall off, but you guys remain friends. But when it's bad, like say it just don't go right, awkward, everything's awkward, everything you guys do after that situation is awkward, and then you guys are not friends anymore. So that's kind of, I've had both situations, but my main one was a guy that I've known forever, a real prominent guy too in Dallas, and I didn't want to do it with him because we just was friends. We was cool. We would FaceTime for years, but always cool. And then one time we did it, it's been awkward since. Awkward, unfollowed each other and everything. We like, It was just, his breath stank too. And then I think, it was some other stuff going on. But bottom line is, now I don't look at him the same way. And I used to adore this dude as a friend, and now I done crossed the lines, and now I'm looking at him like, now he's just another nigga. I just, block.
That's right.
Anyway. So,
and me personally, I don't feel like both the man and the woman, they can both be friends, cross the line of being sex, and still be friends unless either she a hoe or she hurt. But more than likely, because a dude can't. If a dude is your friend and he chooses to have sex with you, then he's just using you for his personal gain. But I don't think that a man and a woman could be friends and then all of a sudden have sex and then things be the same. I don't think so, because sex ain't designed like that. It's designed to affect your feelings, and people don't recognize that.
That's like I said, that comes when you start doing all that passion and shit, kissing on the forehead, being sensual. When you know the difference when you just fucking somebody and when you're making love to somebody. So and there's a difference when you can't be making love to your friends, is what I'm saying. Like dudes and women, you got to leave all that sensual shit to the side. And then when you're done, remember how my folks used to leave after the session? You go home, you take your ass up, don't sleep in the bed 30 minutes, don't even cuddle, ain't no cuddling, ain't no talking about let's go get something to eat, none of that shit. You just, that's the friends with, ain't no benefits. That's that no strings attached. But
I mean, you better off not fucking it out.
But that's, if the chemistry is good though, that how do you fight the chemistry? Again, like we were saying, you can't deny. So
that means you don't want to be friends.
Right, because they say the friends with benefits and no strings attached is two different things.
It's two different things.
No, I agree. My thing is, friends with benefits ain't friends. That's just a title.
Benefits really is like but it's also that means y'all fucking, but it also means y'all going out to eat and y'all doing stuff also that couples do, but y'all not in a relationship. Maybe. No strings attached is none of that.
That's not really friends, though. That's not really friends. Y'all fucking and y'all date.
But y'all friends with benefits. The benefits is the fucking part.
Well, I'm reading this right here. It says how to pull off friends with benefits the right way. One topic says, pick the right friend. Think carefully about how your relationship.
This is my sex tips for later, but anyway.
Potential. Oh, was it? Oh, Lord.
I'm looking like, okay, well, we're going to jump into that later. But you can go ahead. No, but that's fine. Let's start with that. Pick the right friend. We can dissect sex tips today. Pick the right friend. You have to pick the right person.
And to have the right person, you have to have the right agreement. I think it was just communication, as they say, communication rules the nation. You got to have the right agreement. Everybody got to be on the same page of what this is.
Right. You can't like pick your best friend or the guy that's, your brother's, what I mean, best friend, somebody real close. That kind of stuff is real sensitive. You know what I mean? You got to pick a fling, somebody at the bar, or, not so much a fling, but, somebody that you're not really going to take seriously. You know what I mean? Nobody too sentimental.
It says your best friend since childhood, who's also your emergency contact, probably not the best candidate. Your cute coworker 3 desks down, also not optimal. I definitely think off limits working your coworker is definitely should not be your friends with benefits. Yeah, that ain't gonna work because
that's happened to me a couple of times. At K104, they know who they are. If they watch,
can we guess? Are we allowed to guess?
No.
Can we guess?
Okay, you get 3 guesses.
I don't think you're gonna guess.
2 guesses, nigga. We narrow this to 2.
Wait a minute, you just said 3. Okay, was there
Now we narrowed
was
it
there
to two.
personality? Was there personality?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, there was an intern?
Oh, was he a personality? I don't think.
Was he a personality?
At one point,
I mean,
Oh,
from
shit.
you know, from the streets,
on.
from the streets.
let's see. No, go ahead. She talking too much.
Cause see, this is actually easy. You can
No,
eliminate
we-
all the marriages.
nah,
You can eliminate.
We
I
took
ain't
up
gonna do it.
DJ business.
We took too much
I
time
ain't
for the show
gonna do it.
already. Let's get back to
I
the
ain't gonna
show.
do it. I
But again,
I
that
ain't gonna do it.
coworker friends with benefits, it don't work. Benefits, it don't
Benefits.
work.
I know everybody up there can't want no phones. The
Get that piece of
janitor,
watermelon because she
everybody.
gonna eat it and they got vodka on it.
We ain't gonna say
Yeah,
it.
you know your dog
Yeah,
like
we want
watermelon.
her. She
Her
like
dog-
watermelon. She
Yeah,
be drunk.
her dog like watermelon. I dropped my piece of watermelon that been soaking in this vodka.
Right, and she
I don't
sure
want
be
to get
running around.
poo drunk. You feel me?
Anyway.
That friend of your cousins too. They said who's hot, but whom you just don't see yourself having a full blown relationship with. Now that's more like it.
And again, it's
That's more
just,
like it.
we saying not to choose your best friend or your business partner. That's another one too. You choose a business partner, y'all cross the lines. Now y'all done launched a business and the shit then went sour. Now what y'all gonna do?
I say don't do it. Don't do it. Anybody got any stories out there or whatever, make sure you email us at
What up, JR Patton?
loveandwartalk@gmail.com. Shout out to JR Patton. Where you been?
I
Yeah,
know.
what's up, man?
He
Man,
in
where
this
you
thing,
from?
the real
Yeah.
Indo official who's
Triple
always
D
up in
is
here.
in the
You know,
building.
he told me a story. He was in my comments
Yeah,
earlier
let's
too. The
talk
Rindo,
about some of those
because I do
comments you
have some
got.
comments here, but he
Yeah.
had mentioned that basically
Talk about these comments.
these comments up in here. Let's go first since I got a whole shitload of them. Let's go to Real March 4th. The Real March 4th said, as long as you both know the risk you're taking, like possibly losing each other as friends,
Mhm.
but so far I'm still close with my homegirl I've done this with. Kind of brought us a little closer, to be totally honest. No attachment. Sometimes you need someone you can trust to get that off with. I'm just saying, probably TMI. But no, but that's real though. Zillman has said, yep, you could do it too. You can, you know, have, have sex and still be friends pretty much. DJ Slab said, yeah. Let's see. Japan said, hella options to be having sex with friends. I just keep my friends friend zoned all the time. Friends forever.
Friend zone. Just keep them in the friend zone.
Real Indo official. I was trying to get to his. He had said, yes, he has had a bad situation out of it. She started acting like he was the man around everybody. Now, all of a sudden, he was Mr. Jackson, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Jackson. He had to put her out on timeout. But that's where I say, when you start crossing over the lines, like, keep it in the bedroom. Don't go out the bedroom. If y'all friends with no benefits, y'all just no strings attached, you got to keep it in the bedroom. If y'all start going out to the family picnics together, now y'all going to the grocery store and buying dinner. Now she cooking. Y'all crossing that. I'm just saying, y'all damn near in a relationship. Ain't no damn.
Y'all in a relationship.
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
So
It's people in a relationship don't even do all
you
that.
can't go back to just being a homie. You got to keep going. And if the shit is going good, which is fine, that means they got chemistry enough to want to spend more time and do more intimate things with each other. But, you know what I mean? You're going to have to choose. After 2 months of doing that, it's going to have to go left or right. And that means you're going to go back to friends or you're going to pursue something longer. Because, again, that's when them emotions, it's going to be kissing involved. Now you're going to start expecting kisses on the neck and foot rubs and booty rubs and all that good stuff, you know? Right. Cuddling.
And you know what? I don't have a problem. I honestly don't have a problem if, you know, you friends first and then it evolves into a relationship. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's actually the best relationship.
That is the best.
But the thing about it is, once you go into a relationship, that could never be your friend again. Because now you done crossed over in a level that it can no longer be platonic again. You know,
and
what I'm
not
saying?
to mention you're always picturing them naked, you know, or what y'all did. Not to mention, you know, whether it be good or bad, you always got that vision in your mind of the last time y'all did this or how it went, whether it was good or bad. And what if they end up, you know, having somebody else? That's always where the complications come into. Say you cross that line with somebody that has somebody and you wasn't supposed to do that. Now you want them, you can't have them. You know,
well, in this Women's Health magazine article, it said 50 to 60% of young adults have engaged in friends with benefits situations with an opposite sex friend, and 40.6% of them created specific communication rules.
Gotta communicate.
Communication rules to make their relationship stays within its bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, which
Like I said, set limits. You gotta not all that extra shit.
But you know what?
it sounds
Even with
responsible, right? You know what I mean? That sounds like that's some kind of a way that you can make it work if you guys
know what,
have certain boundaries.
Guys do a good job of doing that friends with benefits, though. Y'all don't really show a lot of emotions. We're the ones that get mad when we don't hear from y'all after a week or so. But y'all be okay with it most of the time. Y'all don't care.
That's why in your comments it's mostly dudes that saying yeah. You know, and I hate that because I
Jarrell
feel like I'm
Net
giving the dudes
said
up.
yeah too.
I know it. You know, yeah. You know, but the truth of the matter is, you know, we always feel like, we ain't tripping, but you can't. It's not just about you. It's about that young lady that's using you to fill a void in her life, and you get to making love to her, and now she's looking at you crazy because now she didn't put you at the top of her potential list.
And you know, women
you don't even know it.
Women are more, how do you say, in touch with our feelings too. Like, guys, y'all are good. Like, I was just seeing her pull up, you know, women are not wired for casual sex, and we're not. Like, you guys are more loosely okay with just doing flings, and we're the ones that emotionally sometimes might read too deep into a touch. You know, he squeezed that, you know, something to certain, or he shouldn't have kissed my forehead. Like I said, y'all got to stop doing extra stuff that leave women on.
Extra shit.
You can't be doing all that
extra
extra shit because we're not wired for all that.
And in this, we're going to get back to that one DJ dude that really, like, we
Just
couldn't be
broke
friends
your heart.
afterwards.
You can't be no friends no
He
more.
did, you know what? He did the ultimate
Should've
no.
just
You
left it
should
there.
never have tell a woman, I'm going to make you my wife.
See, that's...
Don't tell a woman that. I never forgot that to this day, and I still want to kill him. I want to kill him because you lied to me, G. You lied to me. You didn't have to go there. If you wasn't trying to make me your girlfriend, your wife, why you say something like
They be
that?
selling us dreams.
And then I'll be thinking, was it something I did? You know, I still to this day ponder, like, was it something I did to make him change him? Shut
I
up.
just want to hug you.
Shut up.
But you know what? That
You
goes
hurt my
into
feelings.
choosing our friends wisely, whoever we choose to do it with. Because if you know, and again, not to say that she didn't choose him wisely, but this dude does
No,
have
I
a
didn't.
reputation of being out there because he is a known dude. You know what I mean? And you got hella hoes and hella options. So going after certain guys like that, sometimes as your friends with benefits, you got to make sure you don't catch no feelings because they got options. They not, again, they selling all these women dreams. You know what I mean? So you have to choose. Look at the friends, see how they are when you guys were friends. How did they act out in the club and in the streets, and you know, how did they treat women? You know what I mean? That's who you're dealing with.
Okay.
That's what
Now, according to Women's Health, these are 4 questions that you need to ask before hooking up and doing this. It says,
Okay.
what do I really want out of this? See what I'm saying? Because, see, in my position with the mailman, what I wanted from this was companionship. I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. I think I was, in a sense, in a relation. I wanted to be in a relationship, but I knew he wasn't the one. And there were some things about him that made me, that I'll be honest with you. There's some things, I mean, dude, you don't even have your own place to live, bro. You didn't even have your own place to live. How you gonna provide for me? And if you don't really have your own place to live, he was in and out of, he was going through a divorce and all that kind of stuff. It was things that there was things about him. And I would say that. I would tell him, you know, maybe under different circumstances, you know what I'm saying? Because he did know how to go down like nobody said, man. Let me tell you, that was one of them.
What you want to say? You didn't kind of use it.
She used a
I
about
did
25% of them.
Your sister ain't going to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Your sister ain't going to tell you the truth. You kind of used it.
I think
I'm just
everyone uses someone to a certain extent.
Right,
We getting
right,
something
right,
out of it.
right,
I was getting
100%
companionship.
correct.
You know what I'm
Now
saying?
you talking.
I
Now
was
you
getting
talking.
companionship.
Getting
You know, he
meals.
was
There you
doing
go.
nice. He was
He
doing
was
nice
getting
things.
meals,
You
you
know,
know.
he would take me
There you
places.
go.
We could go places. We could go shopping. You know, he was kind and considerate. But at the end of the day, maybe if he would have made some necessary steps to get out the friend zone, there was an opportunity to get out the
I
friend zone.
think
but
he
there was
forced the relationship
something.
way too fast.
And let me tell
And
you
that's
one
how
thing.
you can
Remember,
mess
I
up
was on the
something too,
635.
though.
I'm on the 635 one day, Mr. E, on my way to work. How he end up on the 635?
Right next to him.
Right next to me.
Talking about
Hey! It was some things that he did. It was a red flag. It was coincidence. Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
Hey, that happened with the dude you tried to hook me up with too. I was trying to do friends with benefits with. He started showing up to my job and my house.
That one time he came in the back door of the house.
Oh yeah, tell him what I told him. Man, this nigga woke me up out of my sleep. That's when you gotta lock your doors with these friends with benefits niggas, because they think they got benefits. They think the benefits is you can just walk into a bitch's house anytime you want to. That's not what we have. We got no strings attached. So anyways, I'm sleeping in my bed and he taps me on my shoulder
because you didn't answer his call.
Because I didn't answer his call, and he's like, "Oh, you sleep? What the hell it look like? You know?" And it's like, "How'd you get in here?" "Oh, you told me to come over." "No, I didn't. Where did I do that?" But bottom line is, I'm saying
niggas be on that.
He thought because he stayed the night a few times and I fed him a few home cooked meals that he could just walk into a bitch's house anytime. He crossed the friends with benefits. Like, we not in a relationship, dog. I only known you a few months.
To somebody's house unexpected.
You know,
you ain't my man.
You're not my man. So you are a friend with benefits. So
there's some lines that be crossed. Also, some of the things that they say are, you need to ask yourself. Okay, this is another question. Was I feeling anxious or depressed going into the night? So, is it something that I'm lacking? Am I just doing this out of desperation? And you gotta really ask to fill the void.
Or have you had your eyes on that friend this whole time and you've been waiting on this moment?
And that ain't your friend. That's somebody you
that's your crush. That's your crush.
Yeah.
Oh, what if your friend is your crush though? Oh, because you know what? It happened to me just recently, man, and ain't nothing popped off. Because I obviously wasn't his type. Because I done went over this nigga's house a few times. And it just wasn't biting the bait. So, but you know what I mean? You just keep it as friends and we cool. That's what we gonna leave it at, But, sometimes there's not a mutual attraction to
Our light is so light right now.
Yeah, it's real bright.
It's real bright. You know what?
Y'all look real yellow. Like y'all already bright.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't need no
touch it. Touch it.
Yeah, no. She done turned it around with the piano picture. Okay, maybe that. So, and you know who? I'll be honest with y'all. Oh Lord, I wanted RC to be my friend with benefit. But he just wasn't attracted to me. When you made that statement. I don't know why. Ooh, we name dropping.
Yeah.
Shout out to RC. That's my boy too.
He your boy too? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, I used to have the hugest crush on RC. I could have been his friend with benefits.
I could, yeah.
We just gonna leave that. We just gonna leave that one alone. All right. Another question you need to ask yourself is
I love RC. Okay.
Is there any other reason I think I might regret this in the morning? See what I'm saying? If you're going to have any regrets, you probably better ask yourself that question before you jump off with somebody that you think could possibly be a friend with benefits. And if this is going to be successful, Mr. E, how do you think those type of relationships work? How does a friend with benefit relationship work?
Or how should
in a male's perspective?
How should it work from a male's perspective?
That's a better question. How should it work?
Shut up.
Shut up.
I think that it's all about weighing your options. Is this friend worth losing versus potentially having a good love? Because sometimes it's not worth it. I have friends that are women, and in my past I've had friends that were women, and we never crossed that line. And that's because I decided that crossing the line was not even worth it. Mm-hmm. The friendship was so potent and they were so trill that I was like, man, I'd rather just hit all their homegirls. But I don't want to touch them, because they too valuable of an asset in my life right now.
Right.
And I'm too valuable of an asset in their life.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not going in most cases, I'm not going to chance it just to keep it all the way real. Wow. It's not worth it. There's too many other females you can have fun with.
Right. Our light making some kind of weird noise. Can you hear that noise?
She heard that beat.
Yeah.
You hear that beat?
What that is?
She said,
I don't know.
What happened?
We're going to have to
we're going to have to cut the light off. Praise the name of the Lord. That is crazy. That is crazy. So anyways, friends with benefits, Mr. E. friends with benefits, any advice, or you know what? Maybe I'll ask our sister Ebony over here.
What?
How, from a woman's perspective, okay?
Most of my relationships have been friends with benefits. I'm just,
Let's not ask her.
I've had about 3 solid relationships my whole freaking life, and I'm in my mid-30s. So that tells you that, yeah, a lot of my relationships have been friends with benefits. And so ask me what you want to ask me. No, let her ask first, and then you can ask.
I was just going to ask from a woman's perspective and see, and it seems like our homegirl Jury on there, DJ's Princess Cuts, I am _Japan_. She's just saying, why mess up a good friendship over sex? So she's just totally against it. All her comments make us believe. Mm-hmm. So I'm asking you, if from a woman's perspective, how can friends with benefits relationships work and be successful, like long term? Because I think it can happen for a short term. But do you think it could be a long-term situation?
I really just wouldn't do it if it's not worth it. And if you don't see, again, I don't go into it most of the time just looking for like a smash buddy. Yeah, maybe in my early like 20s and all that, but now like my friends with benefits, I'm hoping they might turn into a relationship. So it's a little different for me now. Earlier, like you said, mother has lived. Earlier in my days, I was cool with just, having friends and no commitment and no, like I said, passion and no excitement and romance and all that stuff. But nowadays it's like I do want to develop a connection and maybe a bond with somebody. We have some maybe similarities, things in common. I do want to have more like an intimate relationship versus just sex. So to me, my friends with benefits, like that's kind of where I wanted to, the direction I wanted to go, maybe to fulfill into a relationship. But I'm not just out here just looking for that. But most of them have started out as friends. And then later we realized, okay, let's cross the line. And then after that, we determined if we was going to smash for 6 months longer or if we was going to just, wipe it under. Either one of us found somebody else and moved on. That's how it always has worked. You know what I mean?
You know what that tells me? That tells me it's like, you know what? I'm going to jump out there. And then if we end the friendship, we just end the friendship. And that a lot of times that's the chance you take the moment you decide, well, you know what? Let's fuck. And let's see if it's gonna work or not. You taking the chance of the whole friendship. Delight Thursday said something that was potent. She said something very potent. She said that I would only have sex with people that I'm willing to be in a relationship with.
Right.
And I think that is the most genuine, honest thing, especially when it comes to genuine people.
Exactly.
Like, you really only want to have sex with people that you could potentially be in a relationship with. Now,
that's
dudes,
true.
We're a little different because we'll smash anything. But we look at sex a little different too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We don't define how we feel with a woman by having sex with her. We define how we feel with a woman by the way we provide and the way we protect.
Right. I would say also that the friend in the business is probably the only thing you don't want to cross, because I have crossed that line with some friends that I used to do business with, and now we just don't do business no more, just because their feelings are hurt. You know what I mean? Or I didn't, and it's because maybe I didn't want a relationship at the time that they wanted something, or whatever the case might be. It just didn't work out. We didn't have enough chemistry to keep the shit going. There's a lot of reasons why that friends would, the crossing that line.
But you got some weird hang-ups. He'll take a boo-boo at her house. Now we can't be in a relationship.
That is not a hang-up.
I just felt like
that is not a She got this relationship shit though. That don't take a shit in my bathroom unless you my man. Like,
you can't take a doodle.
But that's different though. We know that was
she
a joke.
break up.
I've been there.
That was a joke.
Let me tell you, can I tell you?
But you look at a nigga a whole different way though.
tell
You
y'all-
see them skid marks in your own toilet though. I seen them skid marks.
Can I
Nigga,
tell
that fucked me up.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I'm gonna tell y'all a story though.
When you go in your bathroom and see skid marks, nigga, it fucked me up.
Tell us the story, Mr. E.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. There's a model. There's a model in Dallas right now that everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Wow.
That me and this chick start talking. And shout out to my boy Chief. He got a story like this too. But the bottom line is, she got this picture painted for everybody in Dallas. Her page popping the whole nine. She came to my house to smash. Oh my God. Why she take a big old shit and then come back in the room?
Mr. E, are you
Was you turned off? No.
Man,
can't do it. I can't do it.
I don't remember what I said to get out that situation.
I would never.
And she fine too. She real fine.
You got out that situation, bro? You didn't want to smash up?
She probably walked back in there smelling like gas and everything else. She know
I don't.
She probably walked some booty.
I don't think she smelled anywhere, nothing like that. It was just,
but
it just did it.
How you know? What if she was messing with her weave or messing with her hair or washing up? How you know? How you know that she was?
You heard her.
Boo-boo.
She must have let out a couple of them. You know how you let them.
Hey, we're going too far with this.
Okay, but I mean, because I'm just trying to say, because women do take a lot longer in the bathroom than
we do, and we actually wash our hands, unlike y'all mother lovers.
I mean,
y'all just shaking.
You can say whatever
shake
you
and
want.
Shake and tuck, don't y'all?
That was a boo boo, Mr. E.
You can say whatever you want. She took a shit.
Oh man.
I mean, you
that's
know,
wrong, bro. Why she do it?
I wouldn't accuse her if she did. And she came over there looking good, glistening up and how. And I was like, I was thinking to myself, damn, she couldn't hold it until we was done. You know what I'm saying?
It was emergency.
You know what? Let me tell you another reason why one of my friends, and this is when they be, like I said, they try to get too needy or clingy, because when you're friends and you're the homies, you can't be asking your smash partner, whoever, for shit. Don't be asking for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Can you help me do this? Can you help me that? Can I borrow $40? What, nigga? No. I thought we was just fucking what? No. Now you want to borrow some money? Oh, nah. You gotta cut him off.
And the thing, you made a good point, because the thing about it is, when you friends first, and then you try to do friends with benefits or relationship or anything like that, you scrutinize everything. Whereas you usually accept that person for what they are when y'all go into it trying to be in a relationship, because then they show you who they are and you see it and you make a decision and then y'all go from there. But when you friends, you think about all the shit y'all did when y'all was friends, and now y'all fucking, you be like, but damn, I know sometimes she be skipping showers, or sometimes I know she be peeing in the parking lot after the club. You know, it just be, you be thinking about everything once y'all been friends, and then all of a sudden, you know, y'all entering that intimate part. Like, to me, it just don't, a lot of times it don't work.
I had this one too that it kind of went left. I'm gonna tell you why. He was good friends with my ex, and apparently I was kind of just halfway friends with his current girlfriend, which I didn't even know was his girlfriend until we bumped into their ass. But I mean, I'm like, oh, you here with him? Oh, okay. Cut his ass off. But I was just with the nigga 3 days ago, and I'm like, oh, he just gonna show up to the club with her? Oh, okay. But then my ex was always asking me, like, I guess he had ran back and told him that we were together, and he was jealous too. Like, why would you choose him? You know what I mean? Like, that nigga was a hoe and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, friends, you got to keep that shit nice and tight and knit.
To me, it don't work. I got another story. To me, it don't work. Okay. One time, I had this young lady. She came over late night, supposedly to record, and she never did record. I guess she took it as an opportunity to shoot her shot. So she came over real late at night.
She was like, "Oh, I want that dark skinned, sexy person right there."
I don't know what. I don't know what it was,
but that wasn't.
But yeah, that's what it was.
So looking ass,
singing, looking ass.
It's like
the bottom line is
looking ass.
Oh.
So the bottom line is, she made a move, and then before she made a move, I was like, "Listen, we so cool. Do you really want to do this?" She was like, "Yeah. What's the move?" So I was like, "All right." So we went through with it. When I tell you, like 3 days later, her mama called me. This is a true story.
Her mama called me.
Her mama called me and said, "Are you Mr. E?" I'm like, "Yeah."
She called you Mr. E?
Yeah, because that's what the girl called me. And the thing about it is, like, I almost said her name.
Yeah.
But her mama called me and said she was in the hospital. I was like, "Why is she in the hospital?" She said, "Well, apparently she got the wrong idea about your relationship, and you wasn't texting back, and you wasn't called back, and she had a nervous breakdown right on her job."
Oh my God! A nervous breakdown.
I put it on my daughter. and the girl was in the hospital. I was like, what?
What?
And her mama asked me. Her mama was like, so was y'all intimate? And I was like, I just think that she got the wrong idea about our relationship.
Right.
You know, I just didn't want to go into that.
You put that
dang
dang on her, huh?
That
You put that dang on.
I think she was just looking for a boyfriend. That's what I really
But
think
girl, get your life. You done started being
And that's why I said
down after a
that
Man.
communication means everything.
That's
Sometimes, you know, if you don't, you know, if you keep it real simple, you must have did too much. You must have gave it too much passion. I don't know. Maybe
I probably did.
you gave it too much
when you be
passion.
single- You know when you be single. You know when you be single, you be playing too much. You be doing all types
Hey,
of
Big Hub.
extra.
Big Hub says you put her in the wheelchair, bruh. She sound like that chick from A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Man, she was tripping. And I asked her when we got done. I asked her. I was like, "So are we cool? Or you okay? Because it's not nothing like." Yeah, she was like, "No, I'm cool. I'm cool."
Can you tell us why you didn't call her back in that many days, though?
Because she took a shit in the bathroom. Is this the same girl?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
That's funny though. No, it's not the same girl. I just got busy. That's all.
Yeah,
Big
like
Hub
she
said
had
he went
emotional
too
issues.
deep. You can't
went
go
too
deep
deep.
and all them ladies. No, you can't though. Like I said, y'all be doing too
Hit 'em
much.
with
You
that.
do too much passion.
And you know what?
You go too much passion.
I'm the type of dude
Passion.
where every like fourth or fifth chick, I just see where I'm at, on what level I'm on, to see where I'm at with my
With your level.
my love making,
With your love making level, huh?
and be doing too much.
You did too much, caused that girl to have a nervous breakdown. Shame on you.
She said she was cool.
No, but you know what? I
think
think
you cool.
she had some emotional issues before she even
She
before
did.
you hit
It
that.
didn't even have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
And
I can't even take
sometimes
credit
that be y'all
because
fault
it
too. You
didn't have
gotta
to do with
find out where these girls' heads at.
You didn't
before.
tell her she was a wifey material, did you?
You know
tell her that?
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
'Cause that's
you
what
can't-
had you going
You know
crazy
good
too.
well.
Yeah, what
Nah.
PJ say? PJ Rico.
We can't help it. We got D or domination.
That's a man.
Yeah,
D
everybody- we all
stand
need
for
that.
domination.
No, it stands for vitamin D, and we all need it in our life.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
All right,
but
now.
I can't take credit for that because I don't think it was about me.
Well,
I
her
just think
mama
where she
called
was.
you. Your mama.
Yeah,
She,
her
And see,
mama-
she done gave her
in the
mama the
hospital
number.
and called
You ain't never met her mama before that?
Never.
Oh, see.
Never.
No,
I
that ain't the type of girl you want to be in a relationship because she
No,
weak-minded too. Because Lord have mercy, things go wrong, you end up in a hospital. Girl, get your life. You got to
You
be
know what?
strong out here.
She's married now.
Well,
married now.
she
You know, and I
finally-
look back at
finally.
some of the people that
Thank God.
I cut off, and they married now too, and I be like, oh, thank God, somebody else dealing with that nigga with that little schmeckle.
Man,
Or
let me tell you
whatever the
something.
case might be, you know, he
Let me
making
tell you
her
something.
happy.
It's a good chance she's watching the show right now.
Good
Oh,
chance
don't
from a
say
black
that.
page, nigga. However they do that.
Don't say that. Now look, y'all, we running down. We only got like 12 more minutes to the
Oh,
show.
man.
So people want to know.
The people want to know.
What
People
is
want to
it?
know, Mr. E. What the people want to know today?
Okay.
I got two. My question is a two-part question
Okay.
for both of y'all.
For both
Okay.
of us. Okay.
My first question is: have you ever been in a situation where it went from a friend to a lover? And then my second part of that question is, how did it turn out? Are y'all still friends? And when I say friends, hold on, let me say, when I say friends, I mean like, are y'all still cool? Not friends, but are y'all still good?
Well, I'm going to just sum mine up because we already talked about mine briefly, and I looked and went over my mind, and I really, there was nobody else but him. And no, it didn't end up well. It ended up really bad. It ended up, it got to a point where he was checking my phone, going in, looking at my text messages, confronting me, and just acting all jealous and insecure. And I kept putting him back in the friend box. He kept climbing out. It just didn't work. It didn't work. So no, it didn't work and did not end up successful for me. So,
Right.
sis.
Okay.
And then mine's, like I said, same thing, pretty much. Not successful. Some we are still friends. Some are blocked on all social media accounts.
Blocked.
It's just it is what it is. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes it doesn't. And and again, it's like I said, depends on if the lines of communication. Sometimes you got to communicate what it's supposed to be. Don't develop it into a relationship if it's not, because either the woman's gonna catch feelings or the guy's gonna catch feelings. Somebody's gonna catch feelings.
Right.
Catch feelings.
Somebody's
That's what
gonna
I'm
catch
saying.
Somebody. Come on.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time.
You can't be making love out there to everybody. And that
now-
goes for the women too. You can't be putting that thing on them and doing all that extra. Don't be doing wifey shit for booty call niggas. You can't
Don't
be doing
do
wifey
it.
shit. Yeah, the two. Oh, you know how we.
You know what I'm saying? The throw you. Can't do none of that. Talk.
Oh,
You can't do none of that.
No.
All right. Now you ain't gonna get out of it without the people want to know the same question to you.
Question for you, man.
I'm gonna tell the truth. I've been in quite a few situations where we was friends first, and then we end up being, getting intimate, and that never works ever.
Jesus.
The friends that I have that are women, I never dealt with them, and we good to this very second.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
All right.
So, I mean, that let me, that kind of, to me, I think people are lying when they say, especially women, I think that people are lying when they say, yeah, we could be cool. I think you trying to portray that you have more strength than you actually
You really do. Because you know deep in your heart you ain't cool, nigga.
Yeah. And I put it like this. Like, if I was to ask, like, what's your favorite celebrity? Your favorite celebrity, you couldn't watch them make love to somebody else after y'all were friends. And that's because, like, that would make you uncomfortable because you feel more for them than just friends once y'all done been intimate.
And especially, like, say you're going out with this
Yeah.
person out in public and y'all done smashed, and now you seeing them out and about, and we all in a group setting, and you seeing them get numbers or flirting with somebody. Now you in your feelings, or you can't even.
Now you in your
Now
feelings.
he watching you like, so you out here like this now. I thought we was just friends. What happened? So you got to be careful.
Now,
All right.
it's Ebony's time. It's time for those
well,
tips.
you know, normally my sex tips get you hot and ready like Little Caesars, but today I kind of just want to highlight tips of what we kind of talked about. All the tips of pretty much how to keep the friends in the friend zone, and if you want to go to the benefit zone, how to cross over or break out of that shit. But anyways, these are some steps that you need to do, you know, when you're going into something like that, when you're crossing over the lines and sleeping with one of your friends. You got to be honest. Number one, like we were saying, be honest. Be up front, communicate, and honest about what you guys gonna do. Okay, and also keep that intimacy shit like we talked about. None of the extra, you know, outings, family barbecues, taking them home to meet the parents, doing all that. It's just
misleading,
complicating things.
Right.
Keep that relationship in the bedroom. You got to keep that relationship in the bedroom.
That's a good one.
Another thing, this I thought was funny, is do groom yourself as if they are your significant other. Be considerate. Even if they're just a homie or whatever, don't be down there with a bushy hair box down there and not shaved, not clean, and lint balls, tissue residue. You know, we talked about that too last week. Also, if you're going to cross the line with sleeping with one of your friends, keep your eyes and your ears open for new relationships. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? Keep your options open. Be sleeping, or if you're gonna be a hoe, sleep with somebody else too. But you ain't got to necessarily sleep with somebody else. But get to know somebody else. Don't be just waiting around for your homie, buddy, lover, friend, whatever, to come over at 12 o'clock every night, because that's the only time it comes over, right?
Right.
Another one, don't sleep over. No sleepovers, like we said. Leave after sex. You know, you don't want it to break those intimacy boundaries. You want to leave. Do not cuddle.
Just keep it.
Do not kiss. And you know how some guys want to kiss you after the session too, and it's good. Don't do all that. Take your ass on home. Take your ass.
That's how you
home.
avoid intimacy.
But that's how you avoid the clinginess, the intimacy. You're showing affection, you're showing emotion, and you're also showing passion.
This is the reason why I was having problems with the mailman.
Yeah, because you probably kissed him. You
let
fed
him
him some
stay
biscuits
tonight.
and gravy in the morning. She fed him biscuits and gravy in the morning. Let him brush his teeth.
She used them. She used them.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, man.
It was a mutual thing. Our needs was being. He was freshly divorced, and
his needs weren't being met. He wanted a wife. Stop playing.
Right.
he was just getting out of divorce. It was perfect. He was getting out of a divorce. I wasn't using that
He was
man.
vulnerable. He was vulnerable, and he
And
wanted
I
to rebound.
was too.
And you know, he took
Yeah, I know it.
the last one I was going to say on this list, and he probably took the hint, but don't be mad if they meet somebody else, because that's what I was saying.
Show did.
You know,
and
folks,
met
meet
somebody
people.
met and married
And
somebody
will leave your
within
ass.
a year.
Right on.
I did.
Right on.
They don't even need your D no more because they got a new man. Anyways.
And he had all the things that you didn't have up in your own place.
What up, Thicky
And
Nicky?
just some things that, honestly, if he would ever came to me and was like, what was it about me that kept me in the friend zone? I would have loved to tell him because I don't want him to make that mistake over again, but he never asked me. And sometimes I did even communicate some of the things that I didn't like about him, but I would say, you need to do this, you need to do that, and I really need you to be on this level or get to that point. He just didn't have enough ambition. It just wasn't going to work,
Hey,
at
Big
the end
Hub
of the
says
day.
you took advantage of him.
I
I'm
didn't.
telling you.
I didn't. Y'all shut up. Oh,
Hey.
y'all shut up.
Hey, we gonna
He
sit
was
in the
cutting.
show.
He was cutting some other. When he said he was cutting something other on the side too, he probably was, but he still.
Because
He had
all men
she
do.
had all his
Though.
attention though. She had all his
You
attention,
know how all the
and he
men
said,
do.
"Beat it
Right.
up and leave, hun. Yeah, if you want to keep that friends." In that no strings attached kind of category, you got to beat it and leave. If you want to do the friends and benefits, that's going to involve more, and that's going to eventually turn into a relationship, or maybe long term. Again, y'all not just going to be smashing for it's not a one night thing unless it was bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna call everybody my friend anyway. I'm
Right.
not gonna call everybody
Right.
my friend. That way, if we smash, we just smash.
All right. All right. Well, who said something? What if somebody
No, I'm
said?
laughing at
he was
Mr.
cutting
E.
some other- Okay, yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, this was the Love and War Radio Show, y'all, with your girl D-Light.
And I'm Ebony-Mozay. Why she always got to say it like that?
D-Light.
And it's your boy, Mr. E. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Mr.
'cause
E.
it's your boy, Mr. E. That's how you say it.
How's that? Do it again.
It's your boy, Mr. E.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all follow the Love and War Talk page on IG too. And email us if y'all have something you want us to talk about on the show. We're going to do this every Sunday. The email is loveandwartalk@gmail.com. I mean, we want to talk about what y'all want to talk about. We want to keep it interactive as well.
Yeah, this is just not our show. It's the People's Show. Every Sunday night, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Right.
We can't never get that right. I'm going to
6
say it
p.m.
one day.
Central Standard Time
Uh-huh.
and 7 p.m. Eastern
7
Standard
o'clock.
Time.
That's
Yep.
right. We are on YouTube. Shout out to, we take this audio right here. We put it on Spreaker. So everybody listening to this as a podcast, shout out to you. Follow us on Spreaker. Follow us on Anchor FM. And everybody watching this right now on YouTube, we salute you. We thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you keep in touch.
All right, Mr. E.
All right.
We love y'all.
Hey,
All
bye.
right.
Let the music play a little bit. Come on
Okay.
now. Come on, let
You
that
got to turn it up
play.
so they can hear it.
Hey, hey,
She try to turn it up, Mr. E.
hey. Produced by Mr. E, by the way. Produced by Mr. E. If y'all need some tracks, hit up at Mr. E Diddy. Y'all need the Media Kids PR marketing. Hit us
For
up.
sure that.
Hey. Till next time, what we gonna be talking about next week? Open relationships.
Open relationships.
Over relationship.
Open relationships.
That's damn near
All
hard.
right.
Homie
Okay.
loving friends too right there.
Come on.
Peace.